Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the video. We're going to be on Lakeville in the T-54 lightweight for this one, and I'm going to be showing you basically how Lakeville works. Now, I'm just going to spoil it from the beginning. We did lose this game and we lost it pretty bad, right? Like it wasn't even that close, but I'm still going to show you this replay regardless because I think it's quite informative and I think it will show you exactly what you need to do on Lakeville to counter enemy light tanks and also to spot people in the distance and give your tank destroyers a lot of opportunities to capitalize on some free damage, basically, right? We'll just call it that. So 1390 is here. The way I approached this bush, I was 50-50 on if I was spotted. I wasn't sure if I was spotted or not, but as I approached the bush, I realized I wasn't. So what I'm going to do now is sit right here. Now, maybe about a year ago, they changed this area of Lakeville. Now there's this house here and there's two bushes. You can choose to sit right over here if you want. There's another bush, but the way the camera is, it's kind of weird right now. There you go. Right here in this corner, right there in that corner, you could sit there, or you can sit in this bush. Now, I paused for a moment so I can show you. It's important to note that you sit in the bush like this so that you're covered from this direction. You're also covered from this direction because there's another little bush here. We actually spotted the Hori at the very end of my view range. That's where CVS is, you know, helping you out, right? I'm going to take a shot at him and see if I'm lit, and I'm not, so that's pretty informative. It means the bat chat wasn't currently poking, and the 1390 is still behind this rock. He's not like sitting right at the edge of this bush, or he probably would have spotted me there. It depends, like on the angle, right? Like maybe I was still covered by this rock as well, but you know, this is just game mechanic stuff. But make sure that you sit in the bush like this, because turn around now and see where the Centurion is. If you're sitting in this bush, like just behind it, or even not fully in it, the Centurion's going to light you here, and you're going to get absolutely wrecked by people over here, by tank destroyers, whatever, because you're in the wide open now. And I learned this the hard way. Okay, guys, I learned this the hard way when they first brought this new area here, because I sat right here, like behind the house, kind of, and was looking through the bush like this. Don't do that, man, because you'll get spotted right here. And even if you're spotted behind this building, like these people will have shots on you. So just be very, very cautious of that. So we're sitting here. We did spot the Hori. My TDs didn't really get a shot. We have the FV 4005, okay? We have the FV 4005, the Waffle, and another tank destroyer sitting back here. And I just think this is a horrible place to sit. Like if I'm the FV 4005, I'd probably be sitting like right here, man, because you're going to get a lot of good side shots on heavies and people pushing in this way. Waffle is like, everyone's trying to cover this, right? See me actually take a shot at the 1390 here as he's going through like so. And then I'm spotted here. And this is the mistake I made, right? So now I'm kind of trying to determine where these guys' guns are. They're aiming at me and I'm going to run away. So perfect example there of a mistake I made. How you guys can not make the same mistake. Don't fire and, you know, expect to be clear here. So I have to run away now, and luckily I don't get hit. But anyway, I was saying we have big hitting tank destroyers back here, and too many people are concerned with the 1-2, like the 1-2 line, right? You don't want to do this. The city is very important on this map, honestly, like, because the way you could push up like this, and then you have the way the terrain works here. Let me kind of restart there. The way the terrain works here is you can push through the city as long as you get close enough to be able to spot like Fosh B, like you have someone poking this corner. The rest of your teammates can push through like this, and also as long as there's no one out here. But even then, like as you push in, you'll probably spot these people. And then the way the terrain works, a lot of people can sit down at the bottom here, and you can go hold down as you come up this little hill here, and it makes it very easy to push this. You can even do the same from here, right? So you can kind of stay low here, and yeah, like you have the threat here, but you're going to be, especially if you're a heavy and you're only concerned with your lower plate, you can easily push this. I'm telling you, I've seen it before. I've seen people successfully push this before, because there's ways you can stay low here as you approach, right? And it's kind of the same on the other side as well. You'll notice this. See the way the terrain works? You kind of have to go up a little bit. So some people don't notice these things. I notice them, and it's a big advantage for the team that's pushing in here. However, you can counter it if there's not a whole lot of enemies, but they just were kind of steamrolling through the city here, so there wasn't really much we could do. the K91 says, be neat if our light tank did what theirs is doing. And I explained to him, like, I can't. Like, the east is literally gone, dude. Like, look at the map, and there's a Bat Chat and a 1390 here. Like, do you want me to just run out here, get spotted by the 1390, and get absolutely obliterated by the Jagdpanzer 100 over here, and these heavies? Like, some people just, I swear, man, it's not, I'm not trying to offend other people, but some people just don't understand the game and how the maps work and stuff like that. And that's why I love to bring you guys these map strategy videos, because that would never work, you know? If you were stupid enough to listen to this guy, you'd be dead here in a matter of seconds, right? And I told this guy, like, dude, that's not going to work. Like, we're being steamrolled on the east. Like, we have to at least try and defend this. Here's the 1390. He pokes up again. Eventually, I see him here, and I'm going to kind of auto-aim him, I think. Actually, I didn't. I took that shot, focused that shot down. The T-54 lightweight isn't great with the accuracy, but I'm able to get that shot through a tree. That's why I wasn't spotted, by the way. See how there's kind of a tree there? I might be spotted here, but the way the game mechanics works is like that branch is giving you just enough cover, or covering his commander's hatch just enough where you don't get spotted, right? And now here's the Jagdtiger, and dude, can you imagine if I ran out here trying to spot or something? Like, this is why I emphasize this, guys. Like, you really need to understand the map if you're going to be playing in light tanks, and that's why I do these videos for you guys, so that if you're a newer player, perhaps, you can easily go out into the battlefield and not be, you know, overly concerned with dying in the first 30 seconds, because if you watch some of my videos, you'll understand the maps better. At least that's my hope, right? Like, I hope that I'd be helping you guys out. So at this point, I need to run away from here. I can only stay here so long, and these guys are only going to have so many shots. The FE 4005 is still kind of focused on people here, and like, these guys need to start focusing this way. Or, you know, we're going to lose this game, and of course we do, but I think that was part of the problem, is we just had so many people, like, they brought their tank destroyers through the city, and all of our guys just kind of sat here doing nothing, really, like, kind of waiting for people to poke this, and that doesn't really work. So this is another spot that you can retreat to, guys, as you're running away on Lakeville, when you need to retreat and your team is losing. You can come to this bush. You just have to be really, really careful, because see where the Bat Chat 25T is? I'm safe here currently, but as you back away from here, he can see you, like, through these trees or whatever the angle is, and you will get lit. So you can see he's blind firing me here. I back up, and I'm spotted after I back up, right? So that's telling me that I was lit like this, right? So at this point, this game is pretty much over. Like, I can only do so much. We're at 1279 damage, 1006 spotting. We already have over 2000 combined. The game isn't horrible for me, but this team is just not really that great. Like, everyone's just sitting in the back, and it's a tough one. So I'm going to auto lock the Bat Chat 25T, and at this point, I'm just in that kind of mode where I'm saying to myself, we just need to get as much damage as possible. I see the Jagdtiger's facing forward. I'm going to take one from the 25T. I'll trade with him at this point just to get a little more damage. The Ho-Re is up here. He's going to get a shot into me later on. Jagdtiger is pushing in, so I'm going to try and hit this guy in the track real quick, see if I can get him tracked. I don't get the track, but we're able to hit him once, and we're at 2000 damage. And again, just trying to pick off as many people as I can before this game is over. Ho-Re pokes on me here. I'm able to get one into him. I trade with him. That was a really awful trade for me, but at this point, I know we're going to lose, so I don't really care that much. I'm going to try for another one. It doesn't pen, and here comes the Jagdpanzer E100 and the VZ55, and this game is pretty much done. I'm going to try and get a shot into these guys. I'm like trying to switch. I get one into the VZ55, and at this point, if this guy wasn't here, if the convoy wasn't here, I was going to back up and get one into the Jagdpanzer, but I'm not able to kind of maneuver around the convoy in time, and the VZ cleans me up there, and that's the game, guys. We did 2,514 damage, 1,500 spotting, and this is what you're going to do if you need to retreat on Lakeville. I hope that helps you out with this map. I will try to bring you guys a video that where we win, and I can show you how I advance on this map as well. But this is how you're going to retreat on this map. I think it's important to show you guys retreating just as much as advancing, because it's going to be a 50-50 for most people, right? You might win, you might lose, and the average, I think the average win rate is like 48 or 49% on the North American server. So if you're an average player, it's going to be a 50-50, right? So I feel like it's important to show you guys retreat just as much as it's important to show you guys an advance, right? And that's all. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to drop comments below and I will get back to you. I don't have that many subscribers, so it's very easy for me to just see the notification and I will certainly reply to you via my cell phone, guys. So that's it for Lakeville. Again, I hope you learned something from this. That's my goal. And here's the templates, guys. 1627 spotting, 2514 damage. This ended up being like, what is this, man? Like, I don't know, 4,200 combined, something like that. It's over 4,000 combined. And I mean, for a loss, that's a really good number to have. And it's a tier 9 even. Like a tier 10 I would want even more, but to get this on a loss is very, very good for the T54 lightweight, in my opinion. There are some players that are really, really good. Maybe they would consider this an average game, but this is an above average game for me on a loss. So that's what we came out with. We were top by experience here, and it looks like we were, was it second by damage here? Looks like second by damage, if you could believe that. And we lost 15k. Again, I'm on the standard account, and nothing more, guys. We fired 15 shots, 13 hits, 10 pens. That's about average with the T54 lightweight because it's not that accurate. And I run this thing with CVS, low noise exhaust, and optics, in case you guys are wondering. That's my main spotting setup. And then I have the number 1 setup is really just for maps like Enskin, Himmelsdorf, and stuff like that. If I'm going to have to brawl, I call it more like, I just did a video about brawling, and I kind of named it, renamed brawling distracting, like just being a distraction, right, in a light tank, because you can't really brawl in a light tank. You kind of can, but not really. And if you guys haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out. That's all, guys. Again, I hope, it's my hope that you're learning from these videos. And again, if you have any comments whatsoever, feel free to drop them below, like any questions. Let me know. Do sub if this content is helping you guys. I would really appreciate it. And like and comment, like it just really helps the video get recommended more. And that's why I make these videos, guys. Like I really just want to help you all out. It's a fun hobby of mine. I've learned how to play light tanks over the years playing this game, and I just want you guys to be more comfortable in your light tanks. So I will catch you for the next one. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye-bye now.